Today we've been actually pretty fortunate with the weather, and we were down the river in Montreal here doing some I guess water rafting. And it was fun, all of us in this cool inflatable boat and going through some real rapids. Yeah, never experienced that, so it's nice to just be out on the water and in a bit of nature. First time whitewater rafting, I did love it. I'm honestly not the most comfortable person on water or with water, but it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it, felt safe out there, and yeah, I would happily do it again. I love Montreal. A lot of good memories on track, but also off track. It's 100% one of my favorite cities to travel to all year. One of the Grand Prix I look forward to most. I love the people, friendly, really enthusiastic about us coming here. Food, the bars, the nightlife, everything. It's just got a really good atmosphere, and the whole city gets involved in the weekend. Thoughts on the season so far? You know, we would have obviously loved to have been more in contention to win races, but at the moment I'm coming off of back-to-back podiums, so it's starting to I guess create a bit of momentum now, and look, we'll try and keep that going, I think, and it should only get better for us. So yeah, we'll keep pressing on. Highlight of the season so far would be, I mean, probably Monaco. The Saturday, the qualifying, I was disappointed, and then the Sunday we kind of had a chance. Strategy played out well, and I was able to push on and get my way up to the podium. So that was the most satisfying Sunday I've had this year. Yeah, the Grand Prix here, I love it. Look, we'll try and push on for if I could get back-to-back podiums, that would be awesome. So a target would be a podium, but we know Ferrari, Mercedes will be really strong, but we'll try and create a bit of opportunity for us and go have some fun. It's a good track, and it can bite you a bit like Monaco. You make some mistakes, it can really you can pay for it. So hanging out just to get back on this circuit.
So we've been doing some rafting today. For me, the first time, so it was actually quite cool, and also hitting the waves. You don't know at the first one how stable the boat is going to be, but yeah, it was good fun, and also with the weather combined was very nice to do. Yeah, like I said, so it was the first time, and I've seen it a few times on TV, and it was actually very nice. But yeah, I never really thought about it, so to do it now today was very nice. Yeah, Montreal is a great city, and also some few bars and restaurants. They're really nice, and I just like the culture here. The people are very nice, and it's always a special Grand Prix. A lot of fans as well arriving here, so yeah, definitely looking forward now to the weekend. Yeah, so we're already here almost on 1/3 of the season. Yeah, it has been quite a challenging one, I think, but yeah, we're constantly improving, so I think that's very positive, and we just have to keep going like this to catch up. My highlight of the season, I think, was third in China. I think that was a pretty cool race, starting from 16, I think it was, and yeah, to come back to the podium totally unexpected, but luckily in the beginning it was wet, so that always helps me, and yeah, that was definitely my highlight. My hopes for this weekend, yeah, it's going to be difficult, I guess, with the long straights, but we don't give up. We just keep working really hard, try to get a good car balance, and then everything is possible. It's always a very exciting Grand Prix. Well, I think my favorite part of the Grand Prix is just the fans attending, and they're very passionate about the sport. And I think it's also quite a special venue, like the lakes around. It's nice. Or the river, sorry, not a lake. But yeah, it's nice. I definitely enjoy it a lot. And like I said, there was always quite a lot of action normally. And hopefully the weather can mix things up as well.
Well, we've been doing some rafting today, which is a completely new experience for me. Quite good fun, I must say. I didn't expect it to be that good. I nearly quit it because, as you see, I have a sore throat and all that, but in the last moment I decided just to go for it, and it was a decision for sure I don't regret, because it was a great experience. When you start to get close to those big waves, and suddenly the waves, I don't know if it's the adrenaline or something, but they look 3 times bigger than you, and you get a bit of a scared, and a bit of an adrenaline rush, and once you hit them, actually the boat is pretty stable, and you can survive and keep going. Well, the city, first thing is people are in the city. They really get involved with the Grand Prix. All the streets got closed by night, and there's a lot of parties going on that unfortunately we don't get to attend because we are obviously busy on the race weekend. Also, you can see a lot of people doing sport in the street. It's a city that loves doing sport, and I like this kind of cities that have this kind of buzz. And yeah, the circuit itself is one of the most challenging of the season, with long straights, heartbreaking, and very close to the walls, and I love it. Yeah, it's incredible that a third already has come by. No, it's quite impressive how time flies on a Formula One season. And reflecting on it, I think it's been a great start. I think it's been probably the best third year of my life in Formula One, doing some really good races. And now we just need to keep going like this, because I'm really enjoying this year with these new cars. I'm enjoying it more. I'm being, I think, a bit faster with this new configuration of cars, and yeah, looking forward to keep going. Highlight, good question. It's there and there between China and Monaco. There were different weekends. In China, probably we gambled a bit, or I gambled a bit with the tire choice, and we went for a completely different strategy, and it worked, and you get a lot of satisfaction, while Monaco was a very complete weekend with no mistakes, and putting sixth with the Toro Rosso was a great result for all of us, and something we can be really proud of. My hopes is to keep getting into the points. I know that Canada is going to be a lot more difficult than Monaco due to the characteristics of our car and the circuit. It doesn't suit us very much, but in the races there's always opportunities. Here in Canada we have very exciting races all the time, pit stops, safety cars, people doing mistakes. So it's one of those exciting tracks where you actually, even if you don't qualify so much far ahead, you can actually have a good Sunday.
So we've been rafting today with quite big waves. It was quite cool. I think quite unique experience, quite a lot of adrenaline rush, It was great to experience for sure. Wouldn't mind coming back, but with someone who knows how to do it, because on my own I would be lost. So yeah, no, my first time doing something like that, to be honest. I enjoyed it a lot. It's obviously it's a very complex thing, because the water can be dangerous there, and can be a lot of things going around the spiral. So like I said, you need to know your way around, and it is quite cool. It's a good city to be here. There is nice shops, nice restaurants, and a good atmosphere here. The track itself is challenging. It's the first low downforce track of the year, so it's going to be interesting to see how car behaves here for us drivers, and yeah, that's going to be interesting. Not too much. I think for me, season is just starting yet, so there's been up and downs, but the speed was there. Speed was good, so I'm happy about that. It just needs to come a bit more together soon. No particular highlight. It's been all very stable for me, to be honest. I hope the car will be good, and luck will be finally on my side, and we can do what we should have done a few races ago. Like I said, it's a good track for racing. We can see most of the races, a lot of interesting overtakings, interesting battles, and the track itself is quite unique, also with unique corners, and yeah, it provides a little challenge for the drivers.
The activation today was doing some rafting with the Red Bull athlete and Toro Rosso athlete from the F1. It was awesome. I think those guys were really friendly, and I didn't know what to expect from them. They look pretty friendly in between each other, even if the sport is really individual, or a bit like mine. But it was the experience really fun, and the water was cold though. For the rafting, I've been doing it a little bit during the summer past, from the summer. More in Red River in Quebec. It's a popular river for rafting. It was my first time though on St. Laurent River. It was really fun, really intense, short but really intense. A little bit scary at times, but the captain of the boat was really gentle for us and didn't make us fall. I'm a big fan of F1, so I'm always looking for the F1 coming to Montreal. I'll be at the F1 Grand Prix this weekend. I'll look at them racing all weekend long, the qualification and the race. I'll be in the pits on Friday, so a lot of fun in perspective. And for me, it's always fun when they come in town, so I can see their speed and passing. I've been to the race a few times before. Last season I was there. The season before, I think I've been in total of like 4 or 5 times in my life. Always have a big fun every time I come.
Today was really fun. We went rafting here on the water of Saint Laurent with the F1 team, Charles Hamlin, the speed skater, and myself. And it was nice, a nice group of person, you know, like kind of chatting around all our sports and getting splashed by cold water. And it's not something that I really used to do, so it was really fun to go around. Rafting is pretty popular, you know, because like Montreal is all surrounded by water, so there's like some good spot, you know, for rafting. And I don't know much about the sports, but I did some rafting before, but on the Rivière Rouge, and this is my first time here, so it was like fun to see. When you look at it, you don't think it's gonna get like that much of a wave, and then once you get there, it's like pretty impressive how big the waves are. I really like Formula 1, and it's nice that it's back in Montreal, and I'm always looking forward to that weekend. I'm a big fan of fast cars, so to see all the drivers in town, and then I can't wait for the race. I think that it's supposed to be sunny in the next couple days, so better than rainy, because I've been to some races when it was rainy, but I think it's probably nicer for the driver when it's like perfect, and I'm really looking forward to it. I think favorite part about going to the race, I mean, I went to the pit like to see how it works and all that, you know, a couple of years ago, and I was blown away how much like everything needs to be like so clean, you know, the car get out, and as soon as they get out, they clean the floor and all that. And I was really impressed about that, and how like the team, you know, it's one driver, you know, but I would say it's kind of like the team that makes the winner at the end, because it's all about, you know, who's the quickest to change tire and all that. But I'm a huge fan of cars, so just to see those cars all around, you know, like makes me excited every year.